Okay, we are live. What is up? How is everybody? Yes, good evening. All right, so comment hashtag team live or team replay right now. I'm opening up my notes for today. Let me know where you guys are from. And what I mean by that, are you on the couch? Are you on your bed? Are you doing a handstand on your balcony? I don't know. Share with me where you're at right now, because hey, it's fun. I've been catching up slowly. I got some people who just started doing week 1. I was catching up on week 3, and then I'll finish up with week 4, and then the people who are just doing some earlier ones tomorrow. Yes, Danielle, great to see ya. Okay, I'm really excited today because, multitasking, we know it doesn't work, so let me just get this open. There we go. I'm really excited today. Peter, Brianna, yes. I'm really excited today because Rochelle, yes, in your bed. I love that. Heck yeah, office, drinking a great red wine. Brilliant. I love it. Today is going to be every single slide is a completely different Disney movie. So what is this Disney movie? Okay, so let's remind me tomorrow. What is this Disney movie first? Put that down if you know it. I tried to get slightly more oddball ones. I figured it was a lot more fun to do that. Okay, so I have so much planned for you guys today. Before we get started off, I got to invite you guys once again and for the last time to be super engaged with me. I'm not here for just you to just kind of listen and walk around. We need to be focused and in to get everything that I am teaching. So turn off your phone, be present, smash that like and love button, and this time do it like with your elbow. Oh my God, that'd be funny when you guys did it. All right, so how many of you have had major light bulbs during these 5 days? Comment hashtag light bulb down below. I'm now going to be showing you the step-by-step process and tie everything all together today. Today, you're just going to be like, oh, aha, which is really fun. All right, so was this worth your time? Yes, I would say so. Honestly, when I learned this stuff, well worth my time, and honestly money. I paid money to learn and dive deep into these things with Alex Engar and Will Boyd. So all right, if you are ready to start day number 5, just hold on to your horses, comment hashtag I'm ready. Just like, oh my God, we're so excited. All right, okay, so let me scroll down just a little bit so I can see. And light bulb. Oh, Danielle got it. Danielle, did you get the right one? Oh, sweet. I didn't see your answer, but I'll check it out later. That's awesome. All right. Now, what movie? I just love this. Freddie Ring does me. I mean, come on. Oh, I love it. We're getting emojis. What movie? Okay. So, an audience of dancers. My goal is to show you guys that the audience leveraging framework is your key to getting a wildly profitable audience of dancers, as you know. Okay, that is my goal. If you simply follow the audience leveraging framework that I've taught you, you can do this. You can do this. Okay, so what you have learned, what movie, doing slight pause for the what movie moment, okay? Always extra bonus for anybody who can name all these characters or some. Okay, so from day 1 homework, if you had an audience of dancers, what is the one thing that it would do for you? Comment below. I want to hear from you on this. What is the one thing that it would do for you? Please let me know. This brings happiness to you. So what is that happiness? Ask yourself this question. Must watch Aristocats, must watch Lizzo, Truth Hurts. Oh, yeah, I got to watch that. Yes, Tarzan. Yes. You guys are correct on those answers. Okay, while you guys are getting that down, what this would do for you, let's review what I have taught you so far. Okay, day 1, lesson 1, we talked about having that circle of communication with the leader and then the other communicators, and you can get that in a Facebook group. So we need to have a Facebook group. And then, of course, level up with the podcast if you already have that Facebook group. Next, day 2 was messaging, your who, what, how, why, and then your story. I saw some people just filling out day 1 going, oh, I'm not sure right now what exactly my audience is. Day 2 helps you out with where you're stuck with your homework on day 1, okay? Then Day 3, content creation. So you're speaking to people through comments in different Facebook groups. Then you're using your feeder content where you're just, when you're doing these posts that are directing towards your who, what, how, and why, and then taking to your core message delivery system, which is addressing your who, what, how, and why. Your core message delivery system, that who, what, how, why. So it could be your a webinar, a 5-day challenge, a 5-day workshop, a 7-day, girls weekend. I don't know. I'm just making up things, but you get the idea. Okay, then offer creation we did yesterday. So your core offer should solve one core problem and then provide bonuses only to handle objections, not to raise the price. You want to sell the thing that sells the thing, that tripwire we spoke about. So use that tripwire on the value ladder as you go up. Does this make sense? Comment hashtag move on so that we can move on. All right, so up until this point, we have everything we need except we don't have followers. So now the going gets really, really good. Yes, 7-day weekend, sign me up for that one. I know, right, Carrie? Make you feel valued for your skill set. Absolutely. To be able, yes, Laura, to be able to work with the population I'm passionate about. Amen. I love it. And then, of course, Carrie Willett is getting literally all of the characters. Hashtag why we are friends. Okay. I know right now you're just giggling like, I got it. All right. What movie? Okay. And yeah, once again, all the characters. Oh, I'm so curious. I'm so curious if you'll get it. Honestly, Googling is not cheating, because if everybody's cheating, then nobody's cheating. Yeah. Okay. So audience hacking framework story. This I'm referring to the audience leveraging framework. This is the key to getting a wildly profitable dance PT audience. If I can prove to you that is the key, you will go all in with what you want. So comment hashtag all in down below. I want us to get rid of this imposter syndrome right now. We are kicking that to the curb, okay? This is a really, really big deal. So let's talk about the audience hacking framework. So I remember when I was learning from my mentors, who I mentioned multiple times, how to get followers without paying for advertising. I didn't understand how to do it and was paying for Facebook ads before working with my mentors, Alex Engar and Will Boyd. I thought Facebook was a pay-to-play platform. I really did. And so I was, wasting my money, okay? And then at first, I did not understand, like many of you, how to get followers without paying for them. I had got to learn exactly what to do and the framework for how to get them. As I got taught, I applied what I was learning. As I started to learn and win, I started to just share it right away, because I'm like, dude, there are more people who want to work with dancers and need to know this information. Next one, guess the movie. All right, so yes, of course, Her, but then the names of, I don't know, these 2 dogs and maybe some of their children. All right, I learned there are 3 main ways for you to grow an audience. So 1, with your own audience. So what I mean by this, so if you don't have a following, there is another way to do it, okay? Number 2, leverage someone else's audience to get a following. And number 3, use Facebook or use some platforms that promotes you, okay? For instance, a Facebook group or a podcast, all right? Can you think right now at the top of your head of another place where you can get the followers that you are specifically seeking? I'm not saying general, like, oh, people, because we know how general advertising, specifically with your who, what, how, and why. Comment hashtag yes or comment hashtag no. Want to see where you guys are at. Ooh, Perdita. Oh, you even knew one. That's pretty good. Yes, 101 Dalmatians. Okay. What is interesting is that Facebook or other social media platforms, when you are trying to get an audience, fun fact, they actually want to promote you without you spending money. I'm going to give you examples of that to you later on, but just know this. Facebook wants to keep you on their platform, so they want to help you. For the record, I did pretty much all these numbers, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, on this next slide, it's a little bit hidden But guess what movie? Guess what movie? And then the main characters. Guess what movie? Okay, we have the castle in the background. This is the end of the movie. I'm going to give that hint. All right, but guess. All right, these circles. All right, all these circles, I'll tell you what they represent in a second. When I got started, I had not even graduated from physical therapy school yet. When I got started with promoting and getting going with my audience, I literally went out and I just, went for it, me, an extreme extrovert. I thought, I have a message, I have a story, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to get interviewed. I started leveraging other people's audiences without even knowing I was doing that wisely, honestly. And I would go to these podcasts, Facebook groups, and Instagram accounts. I would DM them that I'd like to be interviewed. And sometimes I already have relationships with people and they were reaching out to me because they were new with their podcast and so on. At the end, they would ask, where can people follow me? And so I would tell them, and I would get a couple new people following and friend requesting me after every single interview. Then I started thinking, if I know that people I need in my own Facebook group are in other groups, why would I not just go to them, deliver my message there, and then bring them over to me? So this is a quote by Russell Brunson, who's just a great marketer with ClickFunnels. He said, when you start to think about customers, you need to realize that your dream customer already exists. It is not your job to go create a customer. You simply need to go find them. So all these little circles are on here are all these established groups and communities in which you can already reach out that are already reestablished, and you do not need to invent it. This is just to illustrate all the opportunity that's out there. It's pretty darn cool. When you, for instance, when you want to sell point shoes, where would be the easiest place to sell them? At a ballet studio or at Disney World? At a ballet studio, right? Okay. I know someone's going to write Disney World. I know you guys are. All right. So I thought that if my customers are already followers going to these places, why don't I go to them and advertise there? Why would I just go there? Why would I not just go there and advertise? Does this make sense? Comment hashtag makes sense below. Okay, I marked down all the Facebook groups, YouTube channels, podcasts, email lists that have my dream customers in my area, okay? These circles, like I said, represent all these potential customers, all these potential groups, all right? Now, first, I was thinking about many, many different types of Facebook groups exist. So guess how many Facebook groups in all exist. Guess in the comments below. Okay, as you are guessing that, I want to tell you, I'm excited about that number. Of course, you're going to choose Disney. Yes, Hugh, Frank, Roger, Rabbit, you are correct. All right, I want to tell you about how group and congregations of people think. By default, we are drawn to like-minded people. Birds of a feather flock together. That saying didn't come out of anywhere. People follow accounts for specific reasons. Other like-minded people are there. When you see an ad pop up on what people are talking about based on your search habits, the algorithms are set up to advertise what they may likely be interested in. So for instance, if I'm interested in dance, why wouldn't I go to dance groups? So they're going to be pushing dance groups towards me. Really, if I'm interested in becoming a dance PT, why wouldn't I just go to dance PT groups? If I'm interested in marketing to dance schools, why wouldn't I go to dance school groups? Josh Forti, a top marketer who I'm modeling the majority of the content that I'm teaching you these 5 days. He did over 1,000, this is incredible, over 1,000 Facebook Lives over the past 4 years of his life. He got an audience for free on Facebook. On Instagram, he hit up influencers and said he would be providing valuable content, and then ended up getting tagged by those influencers. I would show up my content there and people would follow me. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? If you are following, comment hashtag following. I need to make sure we are on the same page. Ooh, I'm seeing several million. Come on, make some guesses here. How many people do you guys think? How many groups? How many Facebook groups? All right. What I realize is that what all Facebook ads are saying, we have all these people. This is what they're saying. We have all these people. Where would you like us to put your ad? You don't have to pay for Facebook ads. You can use Facebook groups, YouTube channels, and podcasts and Instagram accounts as your own placement. I can go into those groups and put a piece of content in there. I could get into a group through an interview. Instead of paying $2,000 in Facebook ads, why not do a Facebook interview 5 to 10 times to get the exact same results? There are over 1 billion Facebook groups. That is the answer. Over 1 billion Facebook groups. Don't tell me there's not opportunity. There is. All right. And honestly, growing. That was at the beginning of COVID. Who knows now? All right. What we are not doing here, what we are definitely not doing, from everything I'm saying, to be really, really clear, do not go in and promote your group. Don't just say, join my group. Do not go in and say, come to my group. Do not go in and start selling your core offer. Do not go in and just give your core messaging delivery system, say, oh, my workshop is happening. No, you do not start spamming people. That is spamming people, okay? Do not do that. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Let me say, yeah, 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 yeah. What movie? Told you I was going to do some weird ones. If you know even the main character on this one, that's amazing. Okay. So you have a message. When I went and told you my message, I told you through my story. All right. So I told you my who, what, how, and why. And then I told you my story. Do you remember my story? My story is me where I was sexually abused, not once, but 2 times. Once when I was 14 and the second time when I was 25. They were both boys I had crushes on. They were both when I was asleep. I was not intoxicated at all. And I woke up to it both times. From there, I suppressed it for years, and it eventually turned into an eating disorder. From that eating disorder, when I was just getting out of it and realizing that my food problem was because I hadn't dealt with all that sexual abuse history, that's when my parents told me they did not like that I was a performer, even though I was working regularly. And so I didn't know how to continue on professionally as a performer with them not mentally, not financially, mentally supporting me. So I looked into marketing. From there, I learned through marketing that it's more dominated by men. I want the creative, good opportunities. And my parents were pushing me towards physical therapy, actually. I looked into it. It was definitely not a replacement for the stage. Nothing will ever be a replacement for the stage. That's okay. And when I looked into it, I thought, you know what? I'm okay with this because they're up, they're walking around, they're obsessed with health. I already have that going on for myself anyway as a performer. Okay. And then when I went to school, that's when I had the 180 transformation, learning the beauty and extra joy of giving. And that's when I really got that change. So that's how I got into dance PT. Obviously, I'm going to end up in dance PT. I'm not going to leave it. Like, this is the air I breathe. This is my world. These are my people. Okay. Did I make a sale, or did you feel more connected because of my story? Write connected or pitched down below. If I can go in there and I can place my story in all these Facebook groups, people are naturally going to come follow me. And I'm just being myself. One of the things that I have had the fortunate of experience of having is that I have influencers around me since my 3rd year in physical therapy school. I have seen people go from 0 to countless followers. I have watched people grow their community to 10,000 or to 20,000 Facebook group members. What you have to understand is that as influencers, we need content. Josh Forti creates 4 pieces of content per day per account. Okay. For his Facebook group, he was doing 3 pieces of content per day. If he produced a lot of content, he would have more content distributed and then have a lot of followers. People start strong producing a lot of content, and then guess what? Exactly what you're thinking. They get burnt out. Okay, so they start to bring in other people who can produce content for them. When I realized that, because I personally did get burnt out myself, I realized that other people wanted other people to come produce content too. The problem is many people suck at producing content. All right, this is where you're going to become good at producing content and pitch so well to the Facebook group owner. So if I was going to a Facebook group owner, instead of saying, hi, would you like to interview me? They will likely say no. We want to do something else. Here's how most people do it. Here's how most people do it. Hey, my name is Jenna. I am a physical therapist. I teach physical therapists how to treat dancers. I know you have a dance PT group. It would be really cool to do an interview with you. Let's drop some mad value together. Sounds good? How many of you have ever received a message like that in anything, a study group even? I get a message like that every single day. I have no idea. I say no to them every single time. It sucks. It sucks. Okay. What if I went and told you my story instead? I could say, hey, I see you have a Facebook group that has a lot of people who want to treat dancers. You do an absolutely amazing job. I actually have a really cool story of my journey to become a dance PT. I was a student and was regularly discouraged by my teachers and other physical therapy professionals that I would not be a good fit for dance PT. My personality didn't fit the mold, and my professors silently decided that I would not be part of the dance community. Just like that, so many people in your group, I felt unsupported and lost. Then I learned some basic tools in business marketing and started to apply it. And I've been able to help people who want to treat dancers and achieve that. I am really passionate about helping student and professional physical therapists. I'm really connected with your story because I absolutely love what you're doing here. I think that we would be a really good fit because the thing that happened in my life makes me feel more connected to you and this group. I would love to come into your group, do an interview together, provide massive amounts of value, make you look good, and be able to provide highly valuable info to your group 100% for free to you. Do you want to do an interview? See the difference? See the difference? Okay. Or you could go say to somebody with an Instagram account. Okay. Hey, I see you have an Instagram account that has a lot of musical theater followers. You do an absolutely amazing job inspiring people like myself. I actually have a really cool story of my journey as a musical theater performer. I was fortunate to book gigs regularly for years, but the relationships I made often faded or grew apart. During COVID, this feeling of not having a community got significantly worse. Just like so many people who follow you, I felt a stronger desire to perform and have social interactions revolving around the musical theater community. I discovered that my main block was myself. I learned some basic tools to keep myself motivated and started applying it. And I've been able to help people who want what I provide. I am really passionate about helping other musical theater performers. I'm really connected with your story because I absolutely love what you represent. I think that we would be a really good fit because the thing that happened in my life makes me feel more connected to you and the people who are inspired by you. I would love to come into your Instagram, do an interview together, provide massive amounts of value, make you look good, and be able to provide highly valuable info to your group 100% free to you. Would you want to do an interview? Okay, see how it's different? You can even mess up your words. It will still work. It makes you human. It will be more powerful that way. There will be more of an understanding and a connection. People can get on board because of the story they've just been told. How many people are just wondering if you can do this, still have a story? How many people are wondering if this truly works? Guess what? Josh 40 did this from sending even 2 sentences to a major influencer, and it worked for him. He started from nothing and got to where he is. Look up Josh 40. I mean, it's incredible what he has accomplished. What movie? What movie? Drinking my water as you figure it out. All right. Yes, you want to hit up every single physical therapy Facebook group, Instagram, podcast, in LinkedIn. Yes. If PTs are your audience. Otherwise it would be that specific patient. All the circus dancers, that's specific. Okay? So do you want me to show you how to build it? I want you to comment hashtag build it, and then I will show you how to do it. Comment hashtag build it, and we'll move on. Yes, Bugs Life. That's right. I love it. I know you, and I a lot of you guys here, and I know there's that feeling of pride when you're like, yes, that is right. I know this movie. Okay, what's this one? Guess. Can you get one? Can you get all the characters? All right, so let me break down what it says up on top. So first, you're going to go to a platform. Then you're going to provide your message and your story. And then you're going to have your content. And then you will have your already set up offer that you created. And then you will get your followers. All right, I'm telling you, this works. All right. You take your story, you go to these Facebook groups and say, let me serve your audience. These Facebook group people want your content. Like I said, there's already so much to try to put out regularly. These podcasters want your content. I'm the person who wants to do interviews. They just need a good story. They just need you to build out a story that is going to be valuable for their specific audience. Okay, the audience is already there. If you go there and you tell your story, guess what? People are going to relate and they're gonna want to follow you. Capiche? What movie? What movie? Painting the Rose is red. Painting the Rose is red. And then there's like, I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. Oh my gosh, I don't need to learn the lyrics. All right. Now, if you are doing a webinar and you are telling as your core message delivery system, you're doing a webinar and you're telling your story, there is another famous marketer, Dan Henry, he said that it's typically 20% of the people that are there, if it's say a $500 to $1,000 product, this is for a warm audience. 20% are going to want to follow you later. All right. If it's a cold audience, about 10% of the people are going to want to follow you. Do you think you can get people to follow you from interviews? Do you think you can? All right. Let's say you get 500 views. The creepiest Disney movie. It is. When you think about it, it really is one of the creepiest Disney movies. All right. Let's say you get 500 views with every interview you do. I think it's pretty realistic that you can get 400 to 500 views in an established Facebook group, okay? If you think it's realistic, comment hashtag realistic. Just comment it down. I actually really want to push you to write hashtag realistic, especially because I know imposter syndrome is alive and well. So let's put that down. We need to start saying these words. Help you get more belief in yourself, okay? You are telling your story and giving something valuable away for free and then telling them to come to your Facebook group. Let's say you sucked, you were terrible, you were stuttering, you kept forgetting your point and everything, and you didn't even get 5%. Let's say you only got 2% of the people from the 500 people who watched it. Dude, that's 10 people. That's still really good, okay? So for you to get 500 people, I'm not doing my math right. If that's the case for you, just go do like 50 interviews then. If you only get 10 people, do 50 interviews. This is a worst case scenario. It's also not factoring in the compound interest from people seeing it more often. With all, like, there'll be one person that saw you live here, they see you live there, and that, so they, even though they're in a different group, even more people might still follow you from that. It's not looking at many other things. It doesn't factor that there are Facebook algorithms that will highlight your content later because they're seeing the audience that you are serving, increasing the chance that they will join your group. All right? Isn't that cool? I love how things are set up. Comment hashtag valuable down below. I think it's super valuable. Really understanding how to leverage what is already built on these social media platforms for free is huge. And I want to save your money. Lacha. All right, what movie? It calls me, and no one knows. Maricas, Hamales and anyway. So I remember honestly, this movie had just come out when I was studying with friends. I think it was during our finals. I think it was during my third year, and there would be literally breaks, and we would just belt out this song. I had to look at lyrics, but my other two friends knew it by heart. I was like, whatever, and that would be like our break, and then we would go back to studying. Yeah, so good memories. All right, so here are these steps that you do. Okay. So yes, of course, you can take a picture of this. This is staying up as you guys see these lessons I'm teaching you. So you can always come back. So 1, you create a Facebook group, okay? Or of course that podcast if you already have that Facebook group. But I have a feeling your Facebook group might need some fixing in the first place from what you've learned. Then you're going to design your messaging, your who, what, how, why. Get your story in there too. Then you're going to have your core message delivery system. For instance, 5-day challenge, 5-day workshop, 7-day weight loss, whatever it is. Okay. Then you're going to have an offer to give at the end of your challenge, your webinar. All right. And with that, you need to make sure your offer that you have a tripwire first. Sell the thing that sells the thing, like my Dance PT Summit and offering those replays. Yes, okay. Then you have your feeder content to bring people to your Facebook group, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, whatever thing you're talking about, how much you love Moana. Oh, I get the answer away, but you guys already got that. Oh, finally, I'm on a movie. I love that, Peter. You got it, Peter. You got it. He's like, I could get this. It cracks me up. Okay, so you could sit there and talk about Moana in Disney and how she never gave up, and that's how you feel. You never ever gave up on your career to be a physical therapist and treat dancers, and then just and no one knows. You get what I'm saying? And that's why you have this group for people who definitely relate with this. Come join the group. Amazing. Then 5, and that's this. 5, following. You create a following. You make a list of Facebook groups, Instagram accounts, podcasts, LinkedIn, blah, 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 TikTok, okay? Like all these things, unless it gets canceled. I feel like that's like saying Hamlet before a show. It's like, don't say it. Okay, so these are your steps. Everything just written out, okay? I'm showing you how you can achieve a massive following in 42 days or less, dude. You can have a shut down Facebook ad account. Facebook's just blocking your ad account. You can have no Facebook group to start. You can have less than 1,000 followers on Instagram, only friends and family on your Facebook profile, and you can't run ads. You can just have all these things going against you. Guess what? You can have an existing offer and zero presence on social media to start. Here is what you do. This is the list. Once you have all of this set up, you got to go ahead and launch it. Okay, so let me explain this next part. What movie? Oh, I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back. The two main characters' names. Come on. All right, 2 main characters. If you can get more than that, I'd be impressed. All right. I honestly only just know the name of the movie. All right. So there is a very specific process when I'm talking about launching. It's a very specific process for launching. It's in 3 parts. So how many of you have ever heard about a movie before you went to see it? Write down #me below. Just write that down. Don't say I haven't. Don't mess with me. Yes, that's right. So write down #me before. People go out and put out a lot of hype before a movie launch. That's what you got to do for every time you do a launch, every time you do a webinar. There's got to be a hype week, okay? So they're in 3 phases. This is how I do everything. Go back and look at my stuff. I live exactly what I'm teaching. First, for a whole week, you do a hype week. You go out there and you produce all that feeder content, interviews, Instagram content. You build up all this pressure. I did an interview in one group. I had pre-written content that was about my certain things that are a big deal to me, all just feeding into this. I had a picture of a Disney dress. I did a picture of a Disney dress. Okay. Definitely talk is everything. That's definitely one of my 5 core things, as you clearly know. So you build up all this pressure, just like for a movie, okay? Like Hamilton. Oh my gosh. So then launch week. Then you have launch week. Launch week is when you should have an increase in members or group member requests at the end of your hype week, which I did. This is where you do your core message delivery system like this. The 5-day workshop, gonna, ga. All right. And you're getting them ready to make an offer. When Facebook sees the increase in your Facebook group engagement, they will push appropriate people to your Facebook group during your launch week. Literally, this is happening. I haven't had time. There are people asking to be part of the group, and I still need to say welcome to some. I'm just like, it truly happens. It's the coolest thing. And they will push them to your group. If this would change your life, this whole process would change your life, and you want it, write down hashtag change my life. Take us to church, man. Hashtag change my life. Honestly, I'm Jewish. Mine's like, so honestly, it's better to pretend like I'm in church. I think it's just in English. Okay, I want to show you what happened to me when I did this, okay? All right, so so this is the audience leveraging system, okay? So you have that platform, you have your message and your story, you have your content, you have your offer creation, you have your followers, okay? Then from all that set, then you go into your launch framework. You have your hype week, you have your launch week, and you have your profit week. I literally just had somebody message me asking what my favorite pie is because we're doing a reading of Waitress this Sunday. I'm like, of course. I can't choose a pie. Okay, let's get sidetracked here. What is your favorite pie? Okay, seriously, I love blueberry. I love blackberry. I love apple. It's all homemade by my mom. Maybe I'll say that, my mom's pie. That's going to be my answer. Not cherry pie, though. Not cherry pie. Anyway, okay, as you guys know, I love to digress. Okay, so this is your launch framework. So you create all this audience leveraging system first. Once all of that is in play, we're like, we're good, we're clear. Then we create first your hype week, your launch week, and what you're going to do, your profit week, all that stuff. This is planning. See that? I mean, just with that, those are 3 weeks right there from the launch framework. Give yourself another week, maybe a little bit more for the audience. That's why I'm saying 42 days. I literally did not just say that for shits and giggles. Like, it really is a thing, you know? It takes a month. It's a lot. Literally, while I was doing 2.0, I was prepping this. I was totally prepping this while I was teaching my students, which honestly, any of my 2.0 students or 1.0, you know how busy it is. So you're going to be like, what? She was prepping this? Yeah, I was. Dude, guys, crazy times. Okay. So, all right. Once again, so hype week, I want to repeat this for you. Hype week, you're building pressure. So we don't have one person in the group, okay? Then you're launching, you're teaching your core message delivery system and your framework with your who, what, how, and why, okay? All in mind. You're not just teaching them something because it's for you. No, you are addressing what they want, okay? That one thing, all right? And then profit. That is profit week. We finish and make a profit. Get on one-on-one calls, really develop those relationships with people. You get it? Is this valuable to you? Comment hashtag yes or comment hashtag no below. Is this valuable? I think this is super freaking valuable. This is literally what I live by. And I love that it's a scientific system. I mean, we're all scientists here, us as physical therapists. This is what we do. This is the 80% science. Oh my God, what movie is this? I forgot to ask. I totally forgot to ask. It's the Bare Necessities. And what's the song that the snake sings? There's a snake song. Like, be yourself. Something like hypnotizing. Anyway, all right. Next one. Okay, we're doing movie guessing back to back. So what is this movie? I wanna be where the people be. I want to see them dancing. Oh, so weird singing as her. Talk about imposter syndrome. When I sang as Ariel on Disney Cruise Line, that felt so weird because as much as she's my favorite, I was like, I know my place. Cruella's my place. And I remember people saying, oh, you should appreciate it. I'm like, no, I just know where my character fits. Okay. I'm much more of an Ursula. You know, come on. All right. Dude, this is amazing. So your success it can happen. I've shown you a proven fucking framework, man, dude. This is the shit. Okay. We have spent 5 days together, dude, and I'm sweating right now. This has been awesome. I've taught you everything you need to know on how to get a Dance PT audience. Okay. If you have found this valuable, dude, write it again, #valuable. Literally, okay, all my students know this because I just don't give a shit because we are all different people. We all have different who, what, how, why. Even if we have the same interests, the way you're going to talk about it is so different from me. You can literally go back and look at anyone who's ever done a webinar. Look at Alex Angar-Wilboyd. Look at me. Look at Joanne Martin. Look at Josh Forty. Oh my God. If you go and watch, you're going to be like, Jenna taught us this. I'll be like, yep. I looked at what he did. I was like, yep, I can do this. And I can cater it specifically, though, for dance PTs. You just change your audience. If you're like, wait, people can use this fits, then use it. Copy my shit. Copy. I don't care. I support you. I want you to have your success. You are you. You're different, period. Okay? All right. So, obviously, I have an offer for you. I told you I would be doing this, and this is what you need to be doing. So aside from me explaining what I have to offer for you, I want you to listen and learn, which I tell my 1.0 students, my 2.0, I'm like, watch me as I do it. Watch my whole setup, my framework. This is framework and not just making things up, okay? All right, I'm going to explain how it came about, what it's included, and then you can decide if you want to level up, okay? So if you would like to hear it, comment #tellme. Comment #tellme. And guys, I need you to just take notes. Obviously, of course, keep in mind if this is a good fit for you, but see how I'm delivering it too. All right. I need you to keep that in mind because this can be how you deliver it yourself in your webinar, in your 5-day workshop. You guys don't literally, please, scientifically write this out. Write out what I've said earlier because I want this to be as easy for you as possible. This isn't new what I'm doing. Everybody's teaching everybody the same thing in order for us to have success. Okay. All right, so really put it, just make a skeleton of things that I say. Okay, all right. So I'm actually doing something different in this offer, all right? Full disclosure, which I even freaked out today. I have imposter syndrome too. When I reached out to Alex Angar-Wilboyd and I was like, dude, no, I need to make something more. I need to give them more. It's not enough. And I was really worried about that. As my students, I'm always giving more things because I'm like, I freak out because I want this to happen for you. I want this to happen for you. Okay. All right. So I'm doing something that's not actually from the value ladder. All right. And I was talking to them about this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing this. It's going to be so wrong. All right. So I'm actually skipping the Tripwire offer. The thing that I taught you where you go from free to Tripwire to core. Here's why it's different for me. Most of you guys have already done the Dance PT Summit. Many of you guys got the $25 replays or even regret that you didn't get the $25 replay. Most of you have already heard of me before this. And also I am doing one-on-one individual phone calls with people. I'm not trying to get a massive 500 people to sign up right now. I actually ask any of my students, I get very individualized. I get very focused, okay? Which is why I cry at the end of every season of the program because I'm just like, it's the end. It sucks, okay? I'm not gonna talk about it more because I do get emotional. My husband makes fun of me. Okay, so If you don't get this offer I'm about to sell you, dude, I think we can all agree that you got tremendous value these last 5 days, and that's what's important. I think you can also say that we have developed a relationship, and I can't tell you how much that, you know how much that means to me, that relationship, and I think that is really, really important. I'm so serious. To have a community is huge, huge, okay? Keep, if you've connected with anyone, friend request message, you know, like help Peter out, you know, friend request Peter here and help him with Disney. Peter's like, shut up. Okay. All right. So my goal is to give you the next step to the most amount of success. Russell Brunson quote, clearly I'm quoting him a lot. I can always tell the success a business will have because of the frameworks they have in place. Frameworks create the ability and consistency to get results. You can duplicate it over and over again. In physical therapy school, I was told by those assholes, I'm not going to call them teachers right now, I'm going to call them assholes because it was a very asshole thing to do after paying thousands upon thousands of dollars to learn. I was told to turn off my personality. I worked my ass off to be seen and stand out and had zero success, zero, with getting supported by the teachers. Guess what I did? I still learned how to do business and went on to have a successful life and to have my dream practice despite any of that naysaying, okay? I saw that I wasn't alone. I have one physical therapy student who had a horrible clinical instructor at a dance PT student. I have another student who has massive anxiety, actually quite a few people with a lot of anxiety. I have a student who is who is a business owner in physical therapy who wanted to move from pediatrics to dancers or cheer to dancers. I have a story of a professional physical therapist who lost her job during COVID and saw it as an opening to saw a business specializing in dance PT. I mean, there are so many different stories of different people that need what I am providing, and that's why I do it. And I had this realization. I realized that people are reaching out to me on how to be a dance PT, and because they're not having enough dance PT clinical rotations. It's a drought. Oh my God. I have people reaching out to me because their imposter syndrome is preventing them from treating their dancers, or like feeling like they have to pay their dues for like 3 years before they go out beyond that. I have people reaching out to me to have a system to get dancers. I have people reaching out to me to gain profitable relationships with dance studios. I have people reaching out to me because they want an online wellness program for dancers that keep everyone safe during COVID. I have people reaching out to me to learn how to treat and bring dancers to the place where they work. They don't want to be business owners, but they want to bring dancers there. I have people reaching out to me because they are burnt out and they want to finally live their dream life. I have people reaching out to me because they don't have the time, they don't have the access, they don't have the money, but they need the help. I had a system that was working very well for me consistently, and I learned from this I needed to share it. I was not planning on this. And like, I swear, this really just happened so naturally. I also saw that in the world of COVID-19, no one, not students or professional physical therapists, knew how to make changes in order to thrive during this time. I'm going to pause here for a second because it just gets me emotional knowing that there are physical therapists out there who have just graduated and just got their license, or who have normally been working and suddenly lost their jobs. And they don't know what the fuck to do. It's horrible. This is what drives me. All right. So, my program. I have my dance PT program. All right. This is my core offer. Okay. So, I'm going to show you my outline here. Okay. So, I have my dance PT program. This 100% for anyone who wants to treat dancers and doesn't know where to begin. This shows it to you. This makes you the master. It focuses on ballet, Focuses on ballet because that is a foundation of a lot of primary dance styles, okay? And it works. That I'm cocky as hell about. You are gonna be like, good. Now, if you are a student, will it get rid of your imposter syndrome 100%? No. Will we be working on that the whole time? Yes, but not until you graduate will you finally get that opportunity to start chew away all that BS that gets compounded on you and makes you feel less than, okay? That's just the truth. Am I here for you during all that to tell you that they're assholes? Absolutely, because I got your back. Okay, now here are my bonuses that I have, all right? Bonus number 1, and this is handling all the potential objections. 1, you have access to it forever. Also, 2, when I add something new to the program, you automatically get it. Ask 1.0, Ask 2.0. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. 3, we have weekly group calls where I teach you all things business. We start off with imposter syndrome. Then I go into negotiations, how to negotiate, exactly what questions to ask. I teach you about sales, how to have a sales conversation, how to get people to want to invest in you and to want to do the exercises. Shit. I teach you how to start a cash PT business with a clear, easy checklist. I teach you how to do telehealth. I have Alexis from Arizona Dance Med, fierce human, follow her. She comes in, teaches you how to do a workshop and provides all the paperwork you need. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I provide all the paperwork you need for having a mobile, out-of-network cash PT business. You get it all, okay? And oh goodness, I'm blanking out. He's gonna kick my butt. Blanking out on his name. Oh my gosh, what's the name of the guy that comes into the group and he speaks on ads, running ads, which I'm like, don't run this now, but it's to teach you so you have that backbone. And he also talks about Dream 100. Okay, another bonus. I have somebody who has come in there and is speaking on pelvic PT for dancers. Another bonus. I have another person who comes in there and speaks about nutrition specifically for dancers. Oh yeah, I overwhelm you with bonuses, but these are all for any objections that make you feel like, ooh, imposter syndrome. So you really have that strong foundation, strong. Another bonus. You build a wellness program with me. You do. You get a website, you get everything all the things that you would need together for payment, website, all of your content creation to make it a really professional looking website. Guys, right here, who's created your wellness programs, talk about all the cool stuff in the comments right now about this wellness program. And with that, another bonus, you get one-on-one half-hour phone calls with me every single week. Starting the day before we even start, their half-hour one-on-one phone calls. We work on your wellness program. We address stuff there. And then, of course, I also address any questions you have in the one-on-one phone calls, help check up in on you. I'm going like this to keep you motivated. I'm personally someone who likes that person hanging over me to get things done, and I do that for you. And last but not least, another bonus, I might be missing one, but another bonus is my patient acquisition module. Ooh, that's actually a newer one that 2.0 got, which 1.0 got, which I've been kind of one by one hounding them going, do it, do it, do it. It is intense. Honestly, that alone can be a course of on its own. Originally, I was going to be doing marketing, how to get followers. I was like, no. How to get patients in the door? What is the system to strategically get them, fill up your calendar with potential patients? How to do that? I teach you, and so much more. So this is my package, yo. It's huge. I know you're going like, oh my God, this is worth 2,000. This is 1,000. This is worth $3,000. I mean, literally the online wellness program is worth at least 2,000 on its own. The one-on-one calls on its own, at least 2,000 on its own. Not kidding. It really is. I'm not just throwing out these numbers. It is the truth. Okay. For all of this, I'm only having 10 people in my group. Now I need this to be one-on-one time. I don't want this to be, more than that. It's just, it gets blurred. I need to have time with you. I don't want you to just be a number in the group. 10 is good for me right now. Okay. I've talked about that. I had, goodness, 15 in the last one. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this again. It's too many. Well, technically 13, but I had 2 people I was helping out from 1.0 with their wellness program, but that was 15 websites. I was like, oh my God. All right, you guys, I'm telling you, this is huge. We bond, we grow. It's amazing. Okay. The closing date for this is Sunday, August 2nd. Sunday, August 2nd. Okay. It's going to be on sale until that date or until it sells out. It sold out early for 1.0. It did sell out early for 2.0, even though I did keep it open a little bit longer because I felt bad, but I really wasn't doing my sales technique at all that Saturday because I just was like, there's no way I can take on more people. So it was just like, I was like unselling conversations. I was talking to my mentors. I was like, I could tell I was so out when I was just like, yeah, I was just not in it to win it at all. So if you are interested in connecting, because I'm all about the conversation, write down hashtag top 10. When we talk, I want to actually learn, just bond a little bit more about what you got on this workshop to learn that with you. I also want to, aside from learn the workshop, I want to just learn where things are going for you, how they are, everything. Get to know, bond. You guys, it's relationships. That's just what this whole thing is. It's relationships is everything. All right. It's one thing to hear from me, but I'm going to now have you listen to one of my students from 2.0. Oh my God. I know right now she's going to go like this when I play it. All right. So she's done it. She's a star. I'm going to biasly say that about every single one of my students. All right. Let's just go into it. Oh, I know right now. She's like, what? Okay. Let's see. And play. No, don't do that. Okay. Let me know if you can hear it. Write down hashtag here. No, stop it. Play. We're going to have a talk. There we go. Got it. Can you hear it?
I would say I started this program never thinking I would open my own business, especially with PT. I think in the past I had thought about like a boutique or like a juicery or something. That was something in the back of my head that I was always thought I'd be good at, but never PT. I was like, I'll let someone else do the hard work. I don't want to do it. But then after going through all of those calls and learning all of that, I think especially when applying it to dance PT, I feel like I want to be the one to treat. I want to be the one to make the rules, and the best way to do that is through kind of having your own business. And so, and being a student, like this is not stuff you learn in PT school, and I know that for a fact because I'm in a curriculum right now, and it's not covered. So this would be something you're thrown to the wolves with had I not had you and had this program. So it's all new information that was all really valuable and made me feel inspired to one, like now I want to be you when I grow up. So like I feel like I can do it. 2, I feel like I have the tools and the networking, like the network now that I could do it. And 3, like I have the dream now, which I didn't have before. So.
Ooh. Oh my God, let me get my mic back in. Art's emotional wreck right now. Honestly, when she was talking, I was so taken aback in a good way when she was like, I want to be you one day, because I've literally, I don't know if any of you have felt this way. I've had days where I'm just like, or weeks, or there was a period where I really was quiet when I was in PT school because I didn't want to be me. I just was like, why do I have to be my personality, you know? Sorry, I just want to be real, man. And it's just the truth. And so much imposter syndrome came in with me when I heard that, you know, because honestly, she's a freaking rock star. I was like, what? Me? Like, oh, I'm sure all of you guys, when it's hard sometimes to take a compliment that huge, but that was just thank you for that. And it works, man. You guys, it works. I'm here to help you. Truly, we are all leveling up from here. Keep leveling yourself up. Any hype, any motivation, any love you have, I want you to keep feeding on this now. Write down hashtag top 10. I'll reach out to you. But guess what? I'm going to reach out to you anyway. Because that's how I roll. That's how I work. Oh, yeah. That's how I roll. And zot, zot, zot. Boom. Okay. I love you guys. Feel free if you still need to do catch up with homework, do it. Do it. Okay. I'm going to be reaching out to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to finish out. Yeah. I'm going to finish it out tonight, responding for people who've done homework tonight so I can really be good there. So that way I can really start messaging you guys tomorrow and making those plans for us to do one-on-one chats and just further bond, man. This has been a freaking joy. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this week. I'm grateful I'm alive. Honestly, I love you. I say that all the time, but I really do mean it. Yep. Yes, the combos are the best. All right. Bye, everybody.